Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Shane, and today we're going to be discussing the phrase, there's not enough time. So, as usual, while I was at work, one of my colleagues, which they always say this phrase, is that there's not enough time in the day to complete all their tasks. There's not enough time in the day to work out every day, to go for a run, to re-pursue their old hobbies of painting, of drawing, of acting, of starting their side business. I hear this all the time from people who are on my level, people who are below me, people who are above me. No matter where you are in the hierarchy in a company, I hear that phrase so much, there's not enough time. Now, to be frank, yes, there are scenarios where if you are one of those unique eternal people where you're just constantly grinding away, but the average person wastes so much time, and it blows me away because people have no idea how much time they're wasting. Various articles say how much time we spend on social media, on dating apps, on watching Netflix, Hulu, and I encourage everyone to spend one day out of their week, one day, and just track how much time they're on their phone. And it's funny because there's so many apps that track it automatically. It's so easy to do. Track how long you spend watching Netflix in a day or in a week. Track how much time you spend doing nothing or just laying in bed looking at social media when you first wake up. How many minutes, how many hours are you wasting? I remember today when they were saying how much time they don't have to do various things. I gave them some feedback regarding, about I always hear that phrase and it really bothers me. And I'm not sure when you guys wake up, but I wake up at 3:15 a.m. every single work day. Now, I have to be at work at 6 o'clock, but every day I go to work, I go to the gym every single day. And then on my off days, I work out as well. So I always plan to work 7 days a week. I don't always do that. Usually at the lowest, it'll be at 6 days. And I haven't gotten sick in a while, so I haven't really skipped any days. But for the most part, every single week, I work out 7 days a week, maybe 6. And I usually go 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, before anyone even wakes up. It's funny because when I told my colleagues that I wake up at 3:15 a.m. and 4:30, they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. Like, how do you get enough sleep? Oh, you're single, you're not married, you don't have kids. And all these excuses start coming out. So many excuses, right? And it amazes me how just, no matter, everywhere in life, there's always an excuse why you can't grow your business. I've tried everything. I can't find significant other. I've tried everything. And it's funny because you haven't. You just haven't. If you've tried everything, you would have a significant other that is beautiful and courageous and virtuous. If you tried everything, your kids would be respectful. If you tried everything, you work at your dream job. The thing is, we don't try everything. We just don't. Many of us are lazy. Many of us are not disciplined. Many of us don't plan out what we actually want and then execute. Many of us don't write down our goals long term and execute. Many of us, for some reason, I don't know what it is, and it's probably because I call it the Amazon effect, where I'm a millennial. For some reason, people think great lives fall out the sky. Someone's gonna knock on your door one day and offer you a fantastic job, and you're just gonna walk away in the sunset and be blissful. Or I have a lot of friends, male friends, who say they can't find a good girl. And I'm always like, where do you go to find them? If you always find bad girls at bars, maybe you shouldn't go to a bar. Maybe you should go to a library, go to church. There are other ways to find a nice girl. But back to the topic before I get on a rant. Not enough time. If you want more time in your day, be more disciplined and plan. Right? We all have 24 hours. We all have 24 hours, no matter who you are. The only difference is some people are more productive with their time. And I know for a fact that my colleagues who say there's not enough time, they had time in their schedule. They just waste time. And I see that because they waste time at work. Now, again, there are plenty of jobs out there where, I'm sure that people are just maximally efficient, maximum diligent. There's no downtime in their day and they just get things done. They grind all day. They hustle. and their grit is just, the epitome of impressive. But everyone's not like that, and every environment's not like that, and people really need to start making changes in their life to get to where they want to be. And the main one that we talked about today was she wanted to start working out. She wants to start losing weight. And I hear a lot of people say this. Guys say this, girls say this. Doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum. But you have to actually try. You have to actually try. When it comes to working out, people don't even attempt to try. The top 3 New Year's resolutions every single year. One of the top 3. It's always eat healthier and or work out more. Always in the top 3. And it doesn't surprise me because, again, it's so easy to let yourself go, gain a couple pounds, not work out anymore. It's so easy to develop bad habits and lose good habits. So easy. And I understand. I have not worked out my entire life. I was never overweight. I was always a fairly skinny guy. But I remember in high school, I'm 6'3". I graduated high school at 150 pounds. I was grossly skinny. I was emaciated, right? And I would always say, no matter what I eat, I can't gain weight, Always excuses, always excuses. And then one day, about 2 years ago, I actually did this thing called tracking my food. I actually tracked how many calories I consume in a day on average. And then I started tracking how much food I ate in a day after I made the proper change. And it's funny because people think that they eat so little or so much depending on where they are in the skinny or overweight spectrum. And they would be amazed if they just calculated it and they saw me being a skinny guy, having probably a naturally fast metabolism, and me always working out as well, burns extra calories. I was not eating nearly enough calories to get to where I want to be. Not even close. I took myself seriously in gaining weight for 3 months. Gained 30 pounds. Now I weigh about 200 pounds. When I started my journey, I was 170. Now I'm 200 pounds flat. Plus or minus 3 pounds or so. But I just started to try. I started to try and actually put in effort. I planned out the day. I started to meal prep. Started to track my calories. And I wasn't obsessed with it, not tracking every little thing in my phone. But you track it for a couple of days, a week or two, and then you kind of have a good idea of how much you're eating, and then you continue. And the same thing goes with losing weight. Track what you eat, cut back down a little, just a small amount, a couple hundred calories. In time, you will lose the weight. If you incorporate working out as well, infinitely better. But again, I got off topic here. Not enough time in the day. Wake up earlier. Go to bed later. Sleep less. Oh, I need my 8 hours. Shane, I always hear I need my 8 hours. Look, sleep faster to sleep less. You'll figure it out. Your body will adapt. The human body adapts to so much stress and pain. You'd be amazed what your body can adapt to. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to say sleeping less than 8 hours a night is good for you. I'm not even going to detail how many hours I sleep a night because I sleep very minimal. But it's the price you pay for progress, for growth, for excellence. If you want more free time, be more disciplined. Plan out your day, track, and execute. We all have 24 hours, no matter where you are in the economic status, where you are in life, your age, your gender, no matter who you are. We all have 24 hours. And what's funny is with those 24 hours, many of us choose to do things that are just the definition of wasting time. What's worse, many of us will do things that we know we shouldn't do, or better yet, that we don't want to do. We feel worse after we do it, immediately after we do it. And that's another story for another day, because that's a little more of a psychological issue. And again, look, life is hard. I've been there. I'm still not to where I want to be regarding discipline, but I'm making progress. And one thing that changed my life was waking up early. If you don't have enough time in the day, wake up earlier. Life's hard. Make your decisions, act appropriately, and make progress. Baby steps count. You actually will get to where you want to be with baby steps. It's very rare you flip a switch one day and you are just, you become exactly what you want to be in a 24-hour period. It takes time. Move the goalpost. Try again. Move the goalpost. Try again. If you fall, move back a little bit. Reset. It's part of life, but it's possible. That's all I have for you today, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. And remember, there is enough time.